Today we're going to show you on how to be able to change tilt motor on the Malibu treatment table. Now, if we were to go out with any of the motors, it's the same protocol applies to any of the motors, but the things you'll be needing would be like a screwdriver, a gripper, something to cut off the, it's like a zip tie for it, and something for the plastic pins to take out. Doesn't have to be exact these, but these are the tools that we'll be needing. The first thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and remove the cover, plastic cover, to have access to the tilt motor and to go ahead and take it out. What we can do, take the screws out, and there's about 3 on each side, and you want to collect them and place them somewhere safe that you, when you want to put it back, you'll be able to do so. Same thing goes on the other side. Go ahead and have that plastic removed. And once you go ahead and do so, you can have it just hang down. And once you go ahead and do that, then you have access to the tilt motor, which is this one right there. What you want to do then is grab one of the plier gripper, because we want to go ahead and remove the motor pin. So we remove the pin that looks like a paper clip that's holding it in place. Go ahead and remove that pin, and same thing goes on the other end. Get that plastic piece removed, and then you can be able to just with your finger and even on that plier push it through to go ahead and get the screw out. And again, you want to carefully do this, and then so this can be able to go down, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other end. Remove that, and that's the motor. I'm taking it off for the Malibu. Best way to do it will be to turn it to sideways, laying somewhere on the floor. Make sure you have something there on the bottom so it doesn't scrape or get damaged on the bed itself. Once you do have it turned upside down, well, sideways, then you have access to the module box. This is the module box motor connections, and then we have the hand remote control plug-in. What we want to do is we want to go ahead and to have access to nicely to the changing the motor, unscrewing off the module box from here. And there's about 4 screws, 2 on the bottom and 2 on the top. And once we go ahead and do that, in this particular case, we want to replace the tilt motor, which is this one right here. What we do then on number 3, as you could see, we want to remove that. There's a plastic covering, you remove that, and after we remove that, we unplug that number 3 out, and after we unplug it, we place the module box down, we trace back the wire up here, and what we want to do is we want to go ahead and open the back covering up to go ahead and open it from the zip tie. Then we have the pins that could be removed. Once that's removed, we then replace the plastic. Go ahead and remove the plastic. We can easily trace number 3 through here and trace it back up. And same thing, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and remove the zip tie And once we go ahead and do that, we trace it back up to the wire. After you go ahead and trace it down, you cut the zip tie, you trace it up. What you want to do is then come here. There's a plastic covering of it. You want to go ahead and remove the plastic covering. It has 3 screws, one here, 2 on this side. Same goes with the other side. Once you go ahead and remove that, it'll be released and you'll have access to the motor. The motor of the tilt will be this one right here on it, and what you want to do is the wiring for the tilt motor. If you trace it down, you'll be able to see go this way that this is the wiring for the tilt motor. This one right here, and you can get this removed. What you want to do is there's a plastic ring. When you pull it up, you get that released. You hold on to it because you want to put it back in, and once you go ahead and have that motor removed, you have those pins you want to remove. Once you remove it, and once this rubber is released from here, you can easily then take the motor out. And once you get the new one put in, you want to go ahead and place the screw in. Same goes on the other end. You want to make sure you line it up. Push it in. Now after going ahead and placing in the motor, you want to make sure you had placed in the covering of the pins that look like a bobby pin, like these ones right here. The black rings, you can get those placed back. Now these rings, you want to go ahead and place that back in where it was holding in the pins. And same thing goes on the other one. And by that, it will secure the motor in place, and you can go ahead and push this back into its place and close it back up. And that's how you'll be able to replace the motor. And once you again mentioned, you place in the new motor, trace it through, it'll come down this way. You can zip tie it again, and then once you've done that, you're going to trace it back. Make sure you have that number 3 for the tilt motor plugged in. It should have label number 3 of it, and that's how you'll be able to replace it.